Hello and welcome. Either I've grown bigger or what, I don't know. Unless the sheds are on a tilt. Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Today, and what the... 1 minute. That's better. Bloody hell. I thought to myself, why am I so close to the camera? 1 second. That's better. That's some charge on. Today, I'm going to review Newcastle Brown Ale. One of the most popular and well-known brands in Britain. Originally brewed in Tyneside, obviously in Newcastle. But surprisingly, according to Wikipedia, it's now manufactured by Heineken and distributed by Heineken. Heineken, who obviously do Heineken, Foster's, Strongbow, and that's just to name a few of the brands they do. Bulmers, that's one of theirs. So, Newcastle Brown Ale is a brown ale, obviously, originally produced in Newcastle upon Tyne, but now brewed by Heineken at Zoeterwoude Brewery in the Netherlands. Which should not be called something else now. I mean, launched in 1927 after 3 years. The 1960 merger of Newcastle breweries and Scottish breweries afforded... I'm not interested in that rubbish. So, Newcastle Brown Ale is perceived as a working man's beer. Down the pub on a Friday. In export markets, it is seen as a trendy premium import and is predominantly drunk by the young. It is one of the first beers to be distributed in a clear glass bottle. Try and get you any more details. Not using my laptop today, so it's a bit not as easy. So, 4.7%, so you know it's a nice strength. And on the back, it's affectionately known as dog, by those in the know. I'm ganning to see a man about a dog, and I'm taking the dog for a walk. Were often used by Geordie men as an excuse for visiting the local to sample their beloved tipple. I'm off to sea. So yeah, let's crack it open. Been a few days since I did a review. Got the old red card. Oh. Lovely proper old-fashioned beery smell to it, you know. Not the cleanest of glasses. Not exactly a beer glass either. It's actually the glass I had my red wine in last week, and then I got me red card, so probably not the best glass to be using, to be fair. So, good head on it. Nice dark brown colour. It's actually darker poured than it is in the bottle. It's a bit strange. You can see the carbonation inside. Don't know if it will catch on the camera. Probably not. Lovely smell to it. Let me see what people on the review sites say about it. Right there. Got 2 brews on the go. Elderflower sparkling, blueberry wine from Juice. So let me just go back into Google, 2 secs, and tap in review. R-E-V-I-E-W. Just to see what other people say about it before I start drinking. Right, we'll go to ratebeer.com and just to see what the masses think about this. Right. And it's gone off the bloody page. Right, here we go. So, somebody, I thought it's not going to be so exciting, but it is. I mean, it's typically British, but surprisingly well-made ale. Deep, dark brown colour, beige foam, but not intensive. Disappears in a minute. And as you can see, yeah, look, it's disappearing behind me. See that on the camera? Looks like a Coke. I don't think it looks like a Coke. Not so expressive aromas, unfortunately, like they were after opening. Some biscuit character, light coffee and some cherry. I didn't smell any of that, to be fair. Moderate palate, mainly coffee, a bit of sweet chocolate and sweet cherry. I like this fruity tone inside, gives nice acidity. Carbo is really refreshing combination. I can't say anything bad about it. It has layers, so if you take your time and drink it slowly, you can find some hidden flavours inside. Amazing what people can find, you know, through drinking beers. What they perceive, you know, as flavour. Wow. Here's a really bad review. I really wish someone who is in charge of this beer would read the reviews. This used to be my all-time favourite beer. The bottle used to be made in England. Now it says founded in England and brewed in Holland. Whatever change was made to the brew of this beer, they just killed it. I guess I'll be looking for a new beer. Not wasting money on this shit water anymore. What a shame. Bit on the... That's a 0.5 out of 5, so somebody not happy at all. Overall reviews 2.94 out of 5, so not the greatest of reviews. Right, here we go. The beer of choice in UK clubs when only lager was on the tap. Talking early 90s here. Too drunk to give a taste review. Probably okay-ish. Called Smooth Brown Ale. It's called Nut because it has a nutty flavour, pleasing to the palate. Pours a nice medium brown, not much head. You could drink a lot of these. Now brewed by Heineken, which ain't half bad, mate. And so yeah, doesn't say a lot about aromas and things like that. So as they say, time to crack on. You know, there's not a lot of aroma. Yeah, I can taste the a light biscuitiness. I don't know about the coffee. If anything, there is nuttiness. Oh yeah, definite nuttiness in the aftertaste. I don't know where that bloke got cherry from, but I've just tasted it. Which is why reading reviews, watching reviews, you know, it's a great way of, you know, people, what we've got to realise as beer drinkers is companies go to a lot, you know, I presume anyway, most companies go to a lot of time and effort to bring out new beers. I mean, obviously, you know, for beer festivals, they probably just slap a couple of ingredients in, call it some dodgy name, and it's ready to go. I presume, maybe wrong, but beers that are, you know, supposedly for national consumption, you know, and like this is one of the, maybe not so much these days, but it was massive, you know, back 20 years ago. And obviously, you know, the time and energy that goes into making this, and the, you know, it's, you know, for us just to drink it and say that's rubbish, you know. But anyway. Lovely brown colour, you know, as it says, Newcastle Brown Ale. And you know, I've just got that hint of light coffee as well, so it's strange reading reviews. I reviewed Richwood's Hobgoblin the other week. and somebody put down taste of bananas, and I'm thinking, I've never tasted bananas in Hobgoblin. And then I drank it, and I'm going, and you're trying to get the flavours in your mouth. And obviously, if you've read somewhere that it tastes of that, and then you taste it, and then all of a sudden you associate that taste with banana. Like with this, the coffee, the nuttiness, you know, so it just shows you that sometimes you're not sure of what the taste is, even though, I mean, I've been on wine courses and champagne courses and that, whiskey courses, and you're there and you're not sure of the taste yourself. They're telling you the taste, and I close my eyes and I suck it through my teeth, and you do all the things that they're done in front of you to bring that taste out. Obviously, you know, these people that have done it for donkey's years, their taste buds are elevated. You know, they can taste things that bring it out, and you'll be thinking, I can't taste any of that. But it just goes to show you that, you know, maybe my taste buds are getting better. The drink's beautiful. Not something I'd want to have lots of, you know, lots of pints of. Strength wise, 4.7. I wouldn't have said it was that. You know, if you know, I get into tasting some other beers, but sometimes that's because with all of us, different beers taste stronger to one than it does the other. It's not just, you know, our bodies are made up differently. So sometimes a 5% would taste like a 4% to me. So, you know, it's another thing to take into consideration. Very sad that iconic beers aren't brewed in the UK anymore. You know, is the water in Newcastle different to the water in the Netherlands? Maybe the ingredients are the same, but maybe the water's not the same. Maybe over here the water's slightly different to the Netherlands. You know, depending on where they got their water from in the original brewing processes. It's really surprising that a few breweries own so many brands, and that's often why you know, the likes of Sainsbury's, Tesco's, Asda and all these others seem to have a lot from certain brands, and then you check the history of who actually makes it to find out that it's actually, there's Heineken, and there's the people who make Carling, they have a lot of brands. Obviously Marston's, they own a lot of real ale brands. And yeah, it's really surprising, that is. So, out of 5, it's an okay beer. It's nothing special, I don't think, these days. I mean, I've tasted this years ago. I thought it tasted a lot better then. Maybe I'm just dreaming, you know, but I thought it's not as good as it used to be. I'm going to give it a pretty standard 4 out of 5. Anywhere near my top beers. To me, there's a lot better beers out there. For the old people who reminisce about certain brands, it still tastes okay, you know. But these days, when there were beers with much more class than this, you know, it's pretty disappointing, really. Yeah, 4 out of 5. Nothing more to say, really. And that's my beer review for today. Thanks for watching.